name is Toya, and I'd like to apply for a credit card. Okay, fill out this form and we'll run your credit to see what you qualify for. Okay. What's my birthday? Oh. Here you go. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, ma'am. It seems that your credit score is too low for us to give you a credit card. What? But I pay my credit card bill every other month. Ma'am, your score is 480. 480? You need a cosigner with an 850 credit score to be able to cosign for your credit card. Or you could just watch Tola's video and make some improvements to your credit score, because it's garbage. What up, it's Tola, and welcome back to my channel where I make your money make sense by explaining personal finance tips in their simplest form. Today we're going to upgrade your bad or poor credit to good and better credit using 5 simple steps. If you've ever tried to purchase a car, apply for a loan, or get some type of financing for a big purchase, then you've most likely come across consumer credit, which is when someone lends you money to pay for things that you want. We're talking credit cards, student loans, auto loans, etc. Your credit score represents how good you are at being a borrower. This ranges from 300 to 850, with 300 obviously being that you suck, and 850 being that you're really good at borrowing money and paying it back on time. But you don't need to be an excellent borrower to qualify for certain financing. In fact, if you subscribe to my channel, you'll qualify to get notifications on my next video, which is going to be how to build your credit from zero. For the purpose of this video, we're going to be focusing on your FICO score, which is the most popular scoring model. There's levels to this, and if you listen to Meek Mill, then you know what I'm talking about. Individuals with no credit or a credit score between 300 and 579 have a very small chance of being able to obtain new credit. Somebody need to help Toya out because she out bad with a credit score of 480. If your score is between 580 and 669, your score is fair or average. You can obtain new credit, but you're not gonna get the best interest rate. Now my borrowers with a 670 to 739, y'all looking kind of delicious with an above average credit score. My people with a 740 to 799, I can tell that y'all are very good goody two shoes and pay all your bills on time. Now my people with an 850 credit score, y'all looking sexy. Y'all pay y'all bills on time, y'all have low balances, and you get the best interest rates. Cause if I find a man with an 850 credit score, he can put a ring on it today and I'm not gonna ask no questions. Now that you know where you stand, I've got 5 tips that help you make your credit score look sexy. That's Kendrick if you didn't know. Some of y'all too young. These are also the 5 things that make up your FICO score. And if you stick around to the end, I'll give you a 6th bonus tip, but that's only if you're loyal. Everybody is not loyal like that. Tip number 1, pay your bills on time. A whopping 35% of your score is calculated based on if you can pay your bill on time. Can you imagine letting Tommy borrow $50 and he said, I'm gonna pay you back on Tuesday, for sure, for sure. And Tuesday come, this man not answering your text messages, he not answering the door, he not picking up the phone, and he does this for a whole month. You finna call all your friends and let them know what happened and tell them not to let Tommy borrow money from them. And that's how it works. Tip number 2, pay as much as you can. 30% of your credit score is based on your credit utilization, which is how much money you've used in comparison to how much money you're allowed to use. If you have one single credit card with a limit of $1,000 and you spend $900 of those dollars, your utilization is 90%. Rule of thumb is to keep your credit utilization at 30% or below. Go ahead and pause this video so you can calculate your credit utilization right now. All you have to do is add up your credit limits and then divide that by how much credit you're actually using. Don't forget to multiply by 100. If this number is greater than 30, you've got some work to do. The smaller, the better. Tip number 3, do not cancel your credit cards. I cannot stress this enough. Not only does this impact your credit utilization, but this also impacts your length of credit. 15% of your score will show whether you have a long history of being a good borrower. The longer you have the credit, the sexier your credit score will be. And tip 3A, do not cancel your credit cards if it's because you don't know how to control your spending, since that is not the problem and you need to get professional help. Tip number 4, do not apply to a bunch of credit cards at once. 10% of your score is going to assume that you're going to have a hard time paying because you got so many bills to pay. If Tommy has to pay Billy, Sam, Carl, and Bob, he's going to have a hard time paying me, and I don't have time for those problems. Tip number 5, be creative in what types of credit you get. 10% of your credit is based on your credit mix, meaning do you have different types of credit. To maximize your score, you'll need a variety of credit, from bank cards to retail cards to student loans, etc. This doesn't mean go out and get all kinds of credit. It just means that if you only have a Forever 21 card, it wouldn't hurt you to get a card at an institutional bank or to take out a personal line of credit. One more credit card account can make an impact on that 10% of your score. Bonus tip number 6, which is for my real ones who stuck around to the end of the video, is pay your bills with your credit card. You were going to pay this bill anyway, so why not charge it to your card to make it count? I charge my gym membership and my certification fees to my Apple Card. And you know, I also get that 1% cash back. And at the same time, I'm building my credit. If you suspect that your friend is a Toya or a Tommy, you will be a real friend if you sit in this video. I can't stress the importance of financial health enough, and everyone deserves the opportunity to improve their score. If you found this video helpful, please let me know by liking or posting a comment below. And if you're a real one, please subscribe to my channel so you can get notified on my next videos about credit. My name is Tola. Check out my About Me video, and I'll see you next week on Make Money Make Sense.